Hi guys, I'm Naomi from Cemetery Chats with Naomi. Welcome to my second channel. I'm out here at Goodall's. It's St. Clair County Infirmary Cemetery. Now the sad thing about this cemetery is that there used to be a hospital up front, and my sister was a candy striper up there. They were always told not to come back to this cemetery. People that are buried here are buried in mass graves. It's very unfair. They died from tuberculosis, everything you could think of back there in the day. I think there's only 2 headstones in this whole cemetery. If you look at the ground, you can see that people were buried in mass graves. It's not a flat ground like most cemeteries. You can see it's all hilly. That grave right there is the most recent. And let's see, there was a headstone. Okay. Sullivan. That and that one out in the middle, that's new. I have to check that out. I came out here to do a video on my other channel, and we were waiting outside of the fence back there, and we were waiting for it to get a little bit dark. All of a sudden we start hearing these bats, and they started coming all out of this tree. So we couldn't finish that video. I am going to do a couple spirit box apps out here. Okay, now there was a headstone out there, and I think they moved it out here. I brought all these lights out before, and I set them all around. This, my friends, is only the second headstone around here. But I did bring them lights out just to give these people a little bit of an acknowledgement that people do think about them. There's not really any specific place to go because they're buried everywhere. Everywhere. Crazy. Well, I am going to try to get right into a spirit box. I'm just going to try to set this up here. And then I'm going to sit right over there. That should be okay, I think. Sorry. Alright, let's see how that works. Hello my friends, I'm Naomi. Welcome to Cemetery Chats out at Goodall's Park Poor Farm Cemetery. I'm going to get right into it actually and see if there's anybody in here that would like to talk to us. I'm going to try the necro dice first. Seem to have really good results with that one. Okay, I got the volume up. Hello everybody, my name's Naomi. I just came out here to see if anybody would like to talk. It doesn't seem like very many visitors come out here. And I know you had a pretty brutal sickness before you died. And it is unfair that you all have no headstones. But I would like to see if anybody has to say anything. This is the app called the Necro Dice. Is there anybody here that would like to say anything? It'll roll the dice and spell something out. Gate? Yes, I came through the gate behind me. I wish there was a thing up there that had everybody's name on there. You know, pay a little bit of respect. Would you like that? Yes. Yes, I think you would too. At least it's really peaceful out here. A lot of them lights that I brought out here are gone. Of course it has been through the winter and everything, but at least there's still some here. Do you like the lights? Simon? Oh, this says John. Now the last time I was here, John McGregor, your headstone was back there by the other fence. They just don't know where you're buried in here. That's the sad thing. And I'm sure there's more buried out there in the woods, you know, all the way around. They say you can't use a metal detector in here because there are people buried so close to the surface and on top of each other. I'm sure if they had rings or jewelry or whatever, it would pick it up. Is that true? Is this a mass grave? A lot of mass graves. 90? It says 90. I heard there was over 1,000 in here, or thousands buried on top of each other. The hospital used to be right through the woods that way, and I know they just buried, they might have just tore that down maybe, I don't know, God, 20 years ago, maybe? I remember going into there when my sister was a candy striper, and it was so old in there, and she used to work up on the, I think it was the second or third floor. When we'd come and tell her we were there to pick her up, she'd be like, okay, just take the elevator down. Well, the elevator always went to the basement, and there was no way to go back up from the basement to the first floor. And it was really spooky down there. This old man came and showed my sister and I the way out of there. I think he was real, but he might not have been. With all the people that died, it could have been a spirit. I'm sure there's tons of spirits in here too. Is there anybody here that would like to talk to me? He is gone. Who is gone? Chair. I don't remember ever seeing a chair out here, but it would be nice to have one. It's a beautiful day out, don't you think? Death. Yeah, there was a lot of death around here. I mean, that's why everybody was buried in the cemetery, but I think the majority of it was the sicknesses way back then when they didn't have cures for it, and now they have cures for a lot of things. But this whole area out here before the cemetery was a poor farm. People used to live all out here in tents. It was like a little city. And most of them couldn't afford medical or anything, so when they did die or something did happen to them, they went to the poor farm hospital. And then when they couldn't be healed, then they were buried here. Is that right? Correct. Awesome. There's a whole bunch more about this, like I can't remember the dates and stuff, but I did look up on Google one time all the names of the people that had died here and why they can't put them on a plaque and put them at the gate there on the big wall. That's what they need to do. All right. Is anybody out here that has a message for anybody? Fund? Yes, they need funding for this place. And then maybe you could write, somebody could write all the names or engrave them on the wall up there, or a plaque, something. It's like you guys are all forgotten out here because nobody knows who's out here. It's sad. It is beautiful out here in the middle of the woods. I don't know how much you guys can see. Well, I showed you a little bit at the very beginning. But it is in a nice park. It's in Goodles, Michigan. Alright. How many spirits do I have here with me right now? One. Alright. Mr. McGregor, are you the spirit that's here with me right now? Gordon. Gordon? Well, that's John McGregor. Gordon, were you buried here too? Court. Court. Buried over by a court. There might have been a courtyard at one time, but I don't know where that would have been. I don't know. I would like to walk through them woods right over behind you and see if there's any headstones there. Hair. My hair's in a ponytail. It's hot today. Sun's is starting to come out. It's supposed to be about 85, I think. Are you in heaven? Almost. Does it take a long time to get to heaven after you die? Area. Yeah, this area is the Poor Farm Cemetery. Infirmary cemetery, whatever you want to call it. Do you have a message for anybody? When I tap this, you guys, it just makes the dice roll. 9. Do you have 9 messages? Or is there 9 people that need to hear your message? Father. Does your father need to hear your message? Is this Gordon? Is that your first name or your last name? Kind. Thank you. I try to be kind if that message was for me. Do you have a message for your father? Large. Do you have a large family? Stop here. Alright, I'm sorry if I overstepped my boundaries in trying to talk to you. I won't ask you another question, Gordon. But is there anybody else around here? Any other spirits that would like to come and talk to me? You are allowed to come and talk to me, but you're not allowed to touch me or follow me when I leave. Is there anybody else here? Laugh. Why are you laughing? I was being quite serious. Anybody else here like to talk? Yeah. Well, you can come through and talk. This device just lets me know what you want to say. It's an app on my phone. It's called Necrodice. Girl.